her story is my good friend, our regional manager for Canada, Mr. Jake Story.
So I am so excited to introduce this next coach. I've had the privilege of working with her over the last year and seen some amazing things happen in her life and in her business. So put your hands together for this coach out of Brandon, Manitoba, Brittany Hilko! Woo! Hello. So, you have a phenomenal story, but where does it start? Give us the background before becoming a coach and how your life was in terms of the fitness and the health side and just you in general.
For sure. So my story started out when I was in university. Was a college athlete and I had gained over 50 pounds from emotional eating and too many late nights watching Netflix. And what ended up happening was I stood in front of the mirror and I saw my reflection. And just tears filled my eyes. I was pulling out my clothes and I was so discouraged, and I canceled plans with my best friends for like the 100th time because I was so ashamed of how I looked and I had no confidence. And of course, during these late night binges of Netflix and food, I kept on seeing this girl pop up on my Facebook. Her name was Virginia. And this girl kept on smiling, she kept on working out, she kept on inviting everybody to her 21-day program. I blocked her. Didn't need any of that happiness in my life. So I blocked her, and I continued on in my everyday life, and it was my final year of university. I was in my practicum. I was a kinesiologist and personal trainer, and I programmed a workout because I was destined to finally make it work. So in that moment, I decided to program burpees into my program. So I go to those burpees, and out of the 10, I completed 1.5. I fell to the ground and just tears because my stomach was in the way. My hands couldn't even get flat on the ground, and I was struggling. And that was the day that I removed her from the block on my Facebook. And hey, Virginia, I'm gonna do your 22-minute hardcore test group. I'm gonna become a coach. I'm her dream, just saying. But hey, I'm gonna run this business, let's go after it. So that was when I decided to dive into the business. I got incredible results from 22-minute hardcore, fell in love with Beachbody. And I would love to say that's where the story was all lovey and dovey, and that's how we ended. But that was just the beginning of my story. In May 2017, I hit one of the darker spots of my life. I had written 4 letters to my friends, my family, letting them know that what I was about to do had nothing to do with them and had everything to do with me and what was happening in my life. I was scared, and I just wanted to let them know that this had nothing to do with them. I was living in a small town of 100 people, which I believe there's more people here than the town I was living in. And there was a windy road with a steep curve. And it had a nice drop off. And I figured if I'm driving my Jeep fast enough, that'll do the trick. So I drove out to that windy road one day, and I was so nervous. I was shaking. I had tears in my eyes, and I was wondering, how is this my life right now? I was a competitive athlete all growing up. I always had purpose. I always had big dreams. I wanted to go to the Olympics, and here I am sitting in a Jeep in a small town of 100 people wanting to end my life. In that moment, beside the 4 letters was a lighter. I don't smoke. I don't know anyone who smokes. And there was a lighter beside those letters. I had this whisper that came in, and all of a sudden all the vision boards, the dream boards, the thoughts of, hey, there's something more for you. Just hold on a little bit longer. And in that moment, I picked up that lighter and I burnt those letters. That was the day I decided to take my life back, to step into my power and realize that that moment, I was never going to feel that way again and take complete control of my life. And lo and behold, that's when that 80-day obsession came around. So I kept on seeing all these top coaches post these incredible stories and how they were getting these life-changing results. And it wasn't the physical results, but it was watching these coaches become more of who they were. And I was like, you know what? This is the program. This is the program that's going to allow me to commit to my business, commit to my health, commit to my fitness, and I'm going to commit to myself and live out my dream. So, day one, January 15th, I got in the test group. I decided to go all in, and that was the best decision I ever made. I followed the vital behaviors every single day. I committed to the program. I got crazy results that still kind of blow my mind. And probably the most impactful part about that was realizing that the Success Club tracker, the vital behaviors, and we always look for that little secret. But the little secret isn't there, it's you. And when you check off those vital behaviors every single day, the shake, personal development, the connections, showing up on your social media, that is what's actually going to move your business and grow. So we decided that last year we went from, I believe we were even an Emerald coach in January last year, and we ended up in 4 months later being a 3-star qualifying team. So it was awesome. I couldn't believe it. We gained this incredible momentum, and probably one of the biggest things that I have to share with you guys is show up for yourself. Show up for the coaches. Show up for the girl that you were before Beachbody. Show up for the girl that needs you, who's eating Dairy Queen, watching Netflix. And that girl who blocked you, guess what? She's probably gonna come back around. It's already happened to me. So don't take that to heart when they block you. And I think kind of my biggest tip and tool for you guys as well is when you show up every single day and you continue to do those vital behaviors, pressing play, moving your team forward, those vital behaviors are going to be what escalates your team, and that's what's going to help everybody grow. So whatever you do from today on, press play, drink the shake, read the book, do the thing. Because that is what's going to get you to where you want to go, and you never know, that might be what actually saves someone's life.
I love it. I'm so proud of everything you've been able to accomplish. And guys, the number one thing that I love about Brittany's story is belief. If you believe in yourself, not only does it change your life, but it helps you change the lives of others. And with that, they were able to become a premier team for this 2019. So, phenomenal team. Give it up one more time for Brittany Hilco, guys.
Excellent. Let's keep this show going.